Hi, how are you, my younger brothers? I'm your elder brother, Kiran Roy. Today I'm bringing a very hard hitting subject for you. Should I be dating or marrying a girl who has been raised in a boarding school? It is common knowledge that there are many girls who have been raised in a boarding school as opposed to a traditional family setting, which majority of the girls comprise of. But there exists a small population, a small percentage of girls who did not get that opportunity to grow up in a family setting, which is in the majority, no two ways about it. But there are a few girls who were raised in a boarding school setting. And even I was fortunate enough to date and to befriend many such girls. In fact, I even have students who studied in boarding schools. So I'm in a very good position to tell you about this. So do check out each and every points that I'm saying. Watch it till the end. And if you gain anything, do drop a super thanks, which will go for charity. You can take my Be Charismatic and Be Millionaire courses. If you wish to avail a 1:1 counseling with me, then you can just DM us on Instagram. And if you wish to give any direct benefit to me, you can drop a 5-star rating in my Google page, which is Kiran Roy's Guitar Studio. So let's dive right into our subject for today. So my first point is early independence. All of these girls who are raised in a boarding school, they are very well aware how to look after themselves, how to wear their clothes, how to wash their clothes, how to arrange their beds. They are supremely independent from a very young age. You will see that they are not dependent on anybody for anything. They will always do their own course. Even if you offer to help, they will politely decline it because they have been programmed to look after their own stuff, to look after their own work, and they don't like to give their own work, the responsibilities of her work to somebody else, which is a very common thing when it comes to the girls who are raised in a traditional family setting. A girl who has been raised in a traditional family setting, you will see they will always ask for favors. They will always ask you to recharge their phones, recharge their Netflixes. They will always ask you for a pickup and drop. These rest of the girls will always keep on using you. But one common trait which I've seen from these girls who have been raised in good boarding schools, they will unnecessarily never ask for your help. As much as possible, they will always suffice by themselves. They will, unless required. Of course, if she is in big time trouble and if she requires, then I've had cases in which they've asked for my help. But it has been very sporadic and very rare actually. So, one thing you can expect, such girls are supremely independent and they will always look after their own responsibilities without depending on anybody else. That's for sure. So, those are the girls who very well know how to manage their time, how to manage conflicts, how to manage her responsibilities, how to manage any problem which comes her way, because she has learned how to look after herself without the help of her family. Because what happens in a traditional family setting, the girl is always used to her father, mother, brother, relatives. They are always there to help her out in whatever things she might need. Whereas for a girl who has been brought up in a boarding school, she has nobody to look after her apart from very few friends she might be having or the teachers whom she might be having. So you will always see they will completely, they are in very good position to completely solve the conflicts of their own. They will, you will see, if anything happens in a city like say Delhi, all the girls will keep on saying my father is this, my father is that, my so and so is in so and so position. They will keep on bragging, but you will never see a girl who has been raised in a boarding school bragging about he's my father, he's my mother, he's my this, he's my mama is an IAS officer. You will rarely see. I mean, I personally never seen a girl bragging about you. Do you know who my father is? Because they believe in solving their conflicts of their own. They will never drag, because you will see lots of girls who are in boarding schools. because as I said, I've been training guitars to them, so I'm in a very good position to know how their mind functions because I've studied them. So I've personally trained girls who've studied in boarding schools who happen to be the daughters of big time actors and even actresses, because I am a celebrity guitar teacher, though I don't flaunt. I mean, I'm completely anti, as you might have known from my videos. I never post pictures or anything of me training the celebrities or anything. But since I'm a celebrity trainer, I'm in a very good position to study them. And one thing I've seen, they are the ones who will never flaunt that, do you know who my father is? Do you know what a big star my mother is? They will never say, do you know how big, which big politician my father is? Whoever has studied in a boarding school, they will never flaunt and throw names unnecessarily. They will never do that. It is only the civilians, the laymen who grew up in a family traditional setting, they are the ones who will keep on shouting that my father is this actor, my mother is this actress, politician, and so on. So one common thing from these boarding school girls is that they will never throw around their weight, even if they happen to be the daughters of some VIP. My next point is emotional detachment or emotional control. This is a question mark which I'm asking you. Is it emotional detachment or is it emotional control? So these type of girls, they are very good in handling their emotions. They are not the ones who will start crying at the drop of a hat, as is the case with the other regular girls. They are the ones who are always in full control of their emotions, of their thoughts, of their actions, because they have been trained since a very young age to be accountable. So they always believe in taking accountability, which some people may mistake for coldness, though they are not cold. I personally have studied them and I can easily say that they are not cold hearted or anything. It's just that they possess that skill to not show their emotions unless necessary. They are the ones who knows how to hide their emotions very well and not to show it to others. So other laymen may consider or call that as cold-hearted. But if you ask me, that's not cold-heartedness. That's purely a girl who is in full and total control of her emotions, which is a good trait to have. Next point is adaptability and control. These type of girls can easily adapt to different locations, different food habits, different traditions, because since childhood they have been trained to adapt. So if you marry such a girl, she can easily adapt to whatever setting she has gone, provided she accepts and she respects the location, she respects the person. If that's the case, you won't find any issues in her adapting, because as compared to a layman who has, I mean, a girl who has been raised in a family setting, these type of girls can easily adapt very well. They can immediately mold into the new food habits, cultural habits, traditions, everything. They are awesome. But they are fiercely independent. So if somebody tries to control her, that is where problems and sparks will start to come out, because they are not used. I mean, they are supremely independent. They can easily live under discipline, but discipline is a separate thing and controlling is a separate thing. Discipline is good. Even I live under discipline, but I can never tolerate if anybody tries to control me. Same thing applies there. They know the value of discipline. They will do by themselves whatever is required. You won't even need to tell them. But if you try to control her, if you or your, I mean, I'm talking about the groom or his parents or his siblings, if anybody tries to control her, then things are going to turn very much hostile. Let me warn this for you. My next point is I have seen, the next point is trust and bonding issues. And I have seen that these girls, since they're used to constant changes in friendships, constant changes in locations, they take time to trust a person. They cannot, I mean, as compared to a normal girl who has grown up in a family setting, they trust people very easily. Whereas a boarding school girl will find, she will need some time to trust a person directly. They cannot trust, because that is how they have been groomed, that is how they have been trained. But if she finds your trust, she's going to be very good for you, but she will take her own sweet time to trust you, that's for sure. Next point is conflict resolution skills. Such girls are trained, such girls are used to resolving conflicts of her peers, of resolving problems from higher authorities, be it her teachers, principals, matrons. They are used to all this. So never expect drama from them, because they are the ones who are the least likely people to indulge in drama, which the other regular girls indulge in. These are the girls who will never do drama unnecessarily, and they are the ones who would be calmly solving all conflicts if it arises. They are not the ones to create more drama in times of conflicts. They are the ones who would be solving these conflicts, and they make super package when it comes to conflicts. They will not add to the drama. In fact, they will try to resolve it. And another superb green flag I would give for this point. My next point is masculine energy traits. So long years of living in the hostel makes them dominant, makes them resilient, makes them street smart basically. They know how to handle issues. So what happens? She is a highly responsible girl. But if you are a weak person, she is going to smother you. But if you are a strong and a masculine person who can hold his ground, then you have a good chance of earning her respect. But it will be smooth sailing only if you can earn her respect, because a weak person can never match with her in the long term. So if you are a person who is weak, who is not an alpha or a dominating person or a strong masculine person for that matter, I would suggest steer clear away from them. No need to be a part of their lives, because they can easily overpower a weak person. It's only the strong masculine men whom she would respect, and whoever she respects can only, and whoever is in her good books through respect, only they can expect a good future, because a weak person will easily get overpowered, no two ways about it. And next point is they have seen the whole world without you. It's very easy to impress a girl who has been brought up in a traditional family setting. Whereas in case of a girl who is raised in a boarding school, she has seen the real life without you. So it's very difficult to impress such a girl. So if you're indulging in the regular traditional methods of wooing a girl, dude, you're going to fail miserably, because she has seen the whole world. She knows what things are. She's very well aware of that. So she's not going to fall for your tactics. She's not going to fall for your money. Her own father, if if her father can afford the boarding school fees, then you can imagine, because boarding schools are not cheap by any which means. Any father who can afford her boarding costs, education costs in such a big boarding school, you can imagine the kind of money he must be having. So she's not a stranger to richness. So don't think that if you have a bike, or if you I mean, she won't get impressed with your materialistic possessions basically, is what I mean to say. You need to have lots of substance, you need to be a man of lots of very high value to be able to woo her, because she won't get impressed easily. I can give it to you in writing. My next point is they are not marriage obsessed. Unlike small town girls who are raised on the fairy tale Bollywood stories, these girls don't give a damn to Bollywood, to marriage, because while they were growing up, they were not exposed to the Bollywood shit which the other small town or even big town women are exposed to. You will see a woman from a small town who has grown up in a family setting. They are mad about movies, and if they are mad about movies, then weddings, that constitutes a huge part of their lives. They consider wedding as the purpose of their existence, but that's absolutely not the case with such a girl. For a girl from a boarding school, wedding is just a part of life. It's not a purpose of life, which is the case with the small town girls who are raised on Bollywood. So hope you get my point. Even if they will get married, but that's not going to be the purpose of her life. This is just going to be a part of her life only if she likes somebody. But she's not going to revolve her entire existence for that marriage. That's for sure. My next point is friendship with men is very much normal for them. So if you're a guy who is insecure, if you're a guy who completely considers male friends as something toxic, male friends as a red flag, then in this case, I would suggest don't come in a relationship with such a girl because they have male friends. They must have had past relationships with them. They might have casual flings also with them. There is no saying what I mean. There is no, I mean, irrespective of everything, chances are very much right that they definitely have male friends. So if you're a guy who gets insecure with male friends, don't come to this area because they will disappoint you. Because one thing I've noted, all of them have very strong male friendships, very strong. So my concluding point for today is they want a teammate, not a master. So if you consider her as a teammate, if both of you are partners, both of you are players of one common team working towards a cause, you have a good chance. But unfortunately, in the Indian society, it's not a team game. There is a master, there is a you know what. So, under that scenario, she will walk out. She will never spend her time. She won't waste her time. She will definitely walk out of that marriage if you are the one who likes to call the shots, if you like to be the dominant force. No which ways. They always want to be in control, but they are fine being the team person, a part of the team. I mean, provided you're also that equal teammate, you're not a master. The moment you try to be the coach of the football team, she'll be out of it. So it's as simple as that. So overall, I've tried to give you all the points, plus minus everything I've tried to conjure up. So you can make the call yourself. I'll see you tomorrow with my next one. Jai Hind.